I haven't filmed in a hot minute, so I am all over the place today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Haley as an Or, and today I'm going to be showing you my March wrap-up. Now, I actually read 5 books. Well, 4 books right now, but we'll get to that. I think I've done pretty good. The past couple months I've only read like 2 to 3 books every month, and it's been a struggle, and this is pretty good for me. So without further ado, let's get into the books. The first book I read in March was Reflection, A Twisted Tale by Elizabeth Lim. This is a twisted tale based on Mulan, and I gave this book, I want to say it was 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I read As Old as Time, A Twisted Tale based off of Beauty and the Beast, and that book was a little different. The first half of that book was exactly like Beauty and the Beast, like verbatim. And then the second half was crazy. Things were crazy. This book, however, I think the first chapter was about the same, and then toward the end of that chapter things got crazy. So I loved how it just kind of jumped right into the craziness. I absolutely love this book. It was so fun to read. It delved more into the characters of Mulan and Shang and introduced some new characters, like Mulan has a guardian, Mushu, and this introduced Shang's guardian, and I don't remember his name. One second. Okay, Shang's guardian's name is Shishi, and I think that is just super cute. Also, how are we feeling about this new backdrop? Because I'm really loving it. You can see my bookcase with some of my favorite books and book series, and my Slytherin banner, my fluffy pink pillow. Like, this is just so my Slytherin aesthetic, and I think it's absolutely perfect. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it as well. The next book I read in March was A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. So light you can kind of barely see it. There you go. This book, whoo, this book got really heavy toward the end. I gave this book 5 stars because it's just a 5-star read. It was so great. I mean, learning about Julian's past and him and Adam kind of slowly becoming friends, and Adam helping Julian, and also learning some pretty disturbing things and helping Julian out of those situations, and just so good. Highly recommend to anybody that loves a good contemporary, but it's also very heartbreaking. Yeah. Next book of March, I read 4 Dead Queens by Astrid Scholte. I honestly was not expecting much from this book. This was a book that we got in the March Owl Crate, and those books are always hit and misses for me, but this book, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go out of my comfort zone and I'm gonna read the first chapter, see what I think. So I read the first chapter, and it was really good. So I kept reading, and the next thing I knew, I finished the book. This book combines fantasy and science fiction and murder mystery all into one. It gave me major steampunk vibes, which is so cool, because the only steampunk-esque book I've ever read, or books I've ever read, is The Infernal Devices, but honestly this takes it a step further, delving way more into technology, and it's just so cool. And normally I'm pretty good at guessing with murder mysteries, like whodunit. Like, I binge watch Criminal Minds all the time, and I'm just so good at guessing whodunit. But with this book, I was actually shook. I didn't guess it. So that is an A+ for me. I think I gave this book 4 stars just because the beginning was a little slow. Yay for this book. I also recommend this one if you want a good steampunk, fantasy, sci-fi, murder mystery. The next book is one that really broke my heart. I'll get into that a bit. 5 Feet Apart by Rachael Lippincott. This book is actually an adaptation of the screenplay. Oh man. What can I say about this book? First of all, I gave it 5 stars. A star for every foot that Will and Stella could not be together. This book absolutely destroyed me. I'm gonna put it down because I'm gonna like throw it out my window. I'm so heartbroken over it. This book absolutely destroyed me. I don't think I've ever cried so much reading a book before. I cried not once, not twice, not even 3 times, 4 times. It was just so emotional, and one of the main things that happens in the book that everyone is probably crying over, that's not even what I cried over. I cried after that happened, and if you've read the book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, even when I finished the book, I just laid in bed 30 minutes later crying my eyes out because it was just so unbelievably heartbreaking, but it was so well written, and I cannot wait to see the movie. The next book I am still currently reading, and that's Under Rose-Tainted Skies by Louise Gornall, but I'm about 50%, a little over 50% of the way through it, and I'm pretty confident I can finish it by tonight. So this is still going to count. Also, the last book is The Tea Dragon Society, which is a graphic novel by Katie O'Neill, and I'm so stoked to read this one because it's my first graphic novel. I don't really read graphic novels, like, ever, at all, never. Well, that's not true. When I was in middle school, my mom got me the Percy Jackson Lightning Thief graphic novel, and I devoured that, so maybe somewhere in my soul, I like graphic novels. I haven't read this one yet, but, I mean, look how skinny it is. Like, I can get through this so fast. I might even read it after I'm done filming, just to get it out of the way, and add more to my Goodreads reading challenge because I am currently 3 books behind, and that is just not okay. That is everything I've read for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed watching. Leave me a comment down below if you have read any of these books. Give me your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions. I want to discuss, especially 5 Feet Apart, but all of the books I just really want to talk about. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.